here in downtown Torrance at Foster's Freeze. Doesn't get any better than this. We're here at the Torrance Farmers Market. Spotlight Torrance.
The morning sun slowly rises above the cliffs to shine down on Torrance Beach and the non-stop surfing action that is about to commence. Prepare yourself for the South Bay Surf League contest and many more activities right here on Spotlight Torrance.
Hello and welcome to Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring your city. I'm your host Shannon Murphy, and we're here right now at Torrance Beach, where the South Bay Surf League is having a surf contest right behind us. And we're going to show you all of the great surfing action that's going to take place throughout the day here. In addition to that, we're going to take you around to show you a place where you can grab a great bite to eat or some smoothies, a shopping experience you won't want to miss, and dancers from around the city come together in a huge collaboration effort. But before all of that, we're going to talk to the main man himself, the Surf League director, John Joseph. John, thanks for joining us.
Sure, Shannon.
Definitely a pleasure. I understand you've been the director for 14 years and also involved in the South Bay Surf League for 17 overall.
That's correct. I started coaching at South High 17 years ago and was a surf coach there for 8 years. And my third year involved in the league, then I became the director. And after both my sons graduated from South, I've continued on as a volunteer director just because it's something I enjoy doing.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the South Bay Surf League, how it came about?
Yeah, it started, this is our 21st season. It started with 4 local high schools, Redondo, Maricosta, Palos Verdes, and South Torrance. And they had the 4 schools and maybe 30 to 35 surfers. To this season, we have 11 high schools with over 300 surfers that are competing. And we've been at those numbers, 10, 11 schools for the last probably 15 years. Every high school in the South Bay pretty much is represented. All 5 Torrance high schools. San Pedro is the only city school we have. Then we have Maricosta, Redondo, El Segundo, Palos Verdes and Peninsula, and Chadwick.
So it's grown quite a bit throughout the years here.
It has. I'm really happy to see that, and it should continue that way for another 20 years, I hope.
Excellent, excellent. And surfing is usually better in the morning, which is why we're here so early.
Right.
And give us a general idea why that is, or what conditions do you usually look for. And
the biggest single condition why we're in two, but the biggest single one is because of the wind factor. If there's a lot of wind, the surf normally is not conducive to holding a contest. And secondly, we have surf PE in the morning. Most of the schools, I think 8 of our 10 or 11 schools this year have surf PE, which means they don't have to be at school until second period, which is about 9:15. So we start all of our events. We go 6:30 to 8:30, and it gives them, and most of the schools are fairly close, so it gives them 40 minutes to get to class.
Oh, great.
And then when we have bigger events, then the schools normally will give them a second period pass.
Okay. And do you ever get out there and show them how it's done?
I've been surfing. I started surfing here in the late 50s. I remember when I first started, I just grew up just up the street here. There was no beach here when I started surfing. The water came all the way up to the cliffs. And what happened when they started building Marina del Rey, all that extra sand they dumped along the Esplanade beaches here to extend the beaches. And so in the 60s, these actually became nice beaches. Before any of you were born, there was no sand here. There was no beach.
No beach at all?
No, it just came right up the cliffs. Like if you look at Haggerty's up here, how it is down at the bend there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. So quite a bit of change over the years.
Yes.
Just like quite a bit of change in the South Bay Surf League, growing from, a good nucleus to the huge numbers that you're getting out for competitions here today.
It's been really a tenfold increase from 30 to 35 total kids in the league the first couple of years to over 300 now. So it's really a tremendous growth. And basically we have the same requirements as the other athletic teams. They have attendance requirements, they have grade requirements, they have citizen requirements to remain eligible.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right, so John, you've told us about the history of the South Bay Surf League. Tell us a little bit about the specific event we're having today.
Today is a Torrance showdown with 4 Torrance high schools, North, West, Bishop Montgomery, and South Torrance. And then we have another meet going on simultaneously between North and West and San Pedro on the south side here.
Okay. It's a Torrance showdown in the water here. We're going to show you some great shots of it in a little bit. But tell us too, I saw you were out here quite a bit earlier than the event started. Did you come out and check out the conditions beforehand, or what usually is involved in that initial process?
One of the problems with surfing, and why I don't think it'll ever be an Olympic sport, is the conditions fluctuate so much, and about 30% of our meets are postponed because it's either too small. After a rain, the water quality is not conducive and we're not allowed in the water. And sometimes we have wind, too much wind, or the surf is too big and it's unsafe. So we come down, and an hour before, the kids are notified whether the meet is on or off through social media.
Okay. And what's usually the #1 cause of having to call a meet?
It's too small.
Too small?
Yeah.
So how would you say the conditions are today?
Today, they're contestable. It's probably the low end as far as size-wise. It's a little small, but it's a perfect day on the beach. We got great weather. The wind conditions are great, and the kids are going to water regardless of what it's like.
That's right.
We're the ones that make the decision whether they don't go.
There you go. Today you're not stopping the surfing because it's good out there. Great weather. There's great surfing action going on. I'm sure everyone who's been watching is getting real antsy. They want to get in the water. But maybe surfing might be a little too hardcore for them. If it is, you have another option. Stand-up paddleboarding.
Now adventure seekers can enjoy their summer with a unique activity, paddleboarding.
Anybody can do it. I have 5-year-olds that come out with us, and I've had, my 74-year-old mom's out with us all the time, and we have everything in between.
Well, that makes me qualified. So I went out with Jeremy to learn the basics of paddleboarding and just how easy it is to catch on.
Start off on the left side. We're going to do about 3 to 4 strokes on the left side, and then you're going to reach below your left hand, shoot to the right hand, and switch sides. So that's your basic paddle pass.
As a first-timer, catching on was pretty simple. Balancing on the board and paddling through the ocean water was definitely a workout, but it was exciting and so much fun.
It's known for being a core workout, although it really gives your legs a good workout too, because you're on the ocean, so you're constantly bobbing back and forth.
And what's great about paddleboarding with Olympus is the opportunity you get to enjoy the sport with a group for a rental fee of just $40 that includes the paddle, a board, and hours of entertainment.
The group intro sessions give you really fundamental, basic skills, so one can come out and not spend a lot of money and be with a big group, and we take pictures and just get the basic rundown and just have a fun day on a paddleboard.
That was my crash course lesson in paddleboarding, and I can't wait till our next time. For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Ella Sogomonian.
If you need a board, Olympus Board Shop has got the right one for you. Surf, skate, and snowboards and all the brands you want are available at their shop on Torrance Boulevard. They also offer kayak tours and surf lessons with rentals for both if you want to go it alone. Visit Olympus Board Shop at 4807 Torrance Boulevard, call them at 310-214-1800, or check them out online at olympusboardshop.net.
We're standing here now with Coach Lee MacArthur. Lee, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Tell us a little bit about what it's like to coach the teams for.
You know, I've actually been involved in youth sports for probably about 30 years, and this is just something that not many people can really appreciate, just how much fun and how this is pretty much regional, but not many people have an understanding of it. So it really is, it brings all the elements of the competition. We're outside, we're at the beach in the morning. I mean, look at this.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's 80 degrees, you know, the water's perfect. So it's a wonderful, wonderful sport. And being involved in it has all the elements that I had in other sports and being involved in with as a kid. And I grew.
We can't stop the action.
Yeah.
Not
Johnny,
even for interviews.
Johnny, hold till we get done.
No, it's all right.
Anyways, so being down here at the beach is something that I grew up with. So I was a firefighter for 33 years and was fortunate enough to be involved in that. So this is kind of an opportunity to get the kids on the right track athletically and be involved in a wonderful sport. So
Perfect.
for me, for me coaching, the enjoyment is seeing the kids succeed, still being at the beach after all these years.
Perfect. And you're the coach at South High.
Yes.
And how many kids do you have in the contest today?
Well, today we have 28 kids.
Oh, wow.
The teams vary in size from 15 kids up to, we began the season with 62 kids on the team. So the teams are really quite large. People don't really appreciate how big they are because they don't really have an understanding of the sport. But some of the teams down in the south, like in Oceanside, San Clemente and stuff, will have upwards of 200 kids
Oh, wow.
on their surf team. So sometimes surf teams are bigger than football teams, baseball teams, and any other sports teams in the school.
So is coaching the surf team pretty stressful?
No.
No?
It's not. The stress part comes in getting the kids to the beach on time, in the water on their heat.
Right.
But, I mean, there's no stress in being at the beach.
That's perfect.
I love it here.
All right, it's great to hear that coaching isn't super stressful for surfing. And if you want to relax even more, I know a great bar, Monkish Brewery. We're going to take you there.
Hey, I'd love to go, as long as you're buying.
Let's do it.
Torrance is quickly becoming a big part of the craft beer scene, and local brewhouse Monkish Brewery is one of the trailblazers.
Craft beer really is trying to pick up or really highlighted what's been going around in America in general, with just the slow food movement, people slowing down and really experiencing locally produced products that are more creative, more ingredient driven.
What looks like a quiet office building from the outside actually houses a tasting room and brewery, where Monkish makes their own Belgium-style ales.
It's a beer that is brewed in Belgium, and it typically has is a very yeasty profile, where it's yeast-driven aromatics, especially lots of fruity and also spicy notes that come from the yeast.
Monkish Brewery sets itself apart by using unique local ingredients and taking inspiration from another popular beverage.
We spice our beers quite a bit. Like for LA Beer Week, we use prickly pear. We use a lot of hibiscus in beer, chamomile, rose hips, elderflower, pink peppercorns. And so I drink a lot of tea, so I'm always trying to, sometimes some beers I actually approach it as I'm trying to create a well-brewed tea.
Regulars already have their favorites.
The Oblate is a single wheat style beer with chamomile, and it is their flagship beer, and it is my wife's absolute favorite. I like the Portois, which is a hoppier style of beer, although only Belgian hops are used, so it's not in your typical California style.
To be honest with you, they're all my favorite, because part of our policy is we won't serve a beer that we wouldn't love to drink ourselves.
With Monkish's wide variety of brews, there's even an option for customers that don't regularly drink beer.
Anomaly, our Belgian Strong Dark, has some oats and wheat, nice silky mouthfeel, burnt caramel, all these different flavors. Sometimes people aren't really beer drinkers. When they drink that, for some reason, they definitely enjoy that.
There are high hopes that Torrance will continue to grow as a hub for local breweries.
The city now is becoming more aware that with just how important craft beer is in LA and just the growth of craft beer in LA, and if city of Torrance becomes a big, an important isolated pocket of that, it's a very big selling point for the city. It could drive in a lot of traffic.
Beer has always done well in Torrance. I don't know if it's the beach scene, but the culture is inviting towards it. Beer drinkers are such a wide spectrum of people. That has been one of the most pleasing parts of this business for me. They're just come from all walks of life, and then they have the best perspective and the best attitude. They really enjoy each other. This room, everyone becomes friends.
If you're interested in trying one of Monkish Brewery's signature Belgium ales, their tasting room is open every week from Thursday to Sunday. For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Charlene Cheng.
Monkish Brewing Company is not just a brewery. It's a brewery with a tasting room. The brewing area houses a 15-barrel brewing system with fermentation and conditioning tanks. At the tasting room, guests can purchase and sample beer, meet the people of Monkish, and take a brewery tour. Monkish Brewing Company is located at 311 Southwestern Avenue. Give them a call at 310-295-2157 or learn more online at monkishbrewing.com.
All right, here we are back. We have a contestant right here. He just got out of the water, surfing like crazy. Brahm, how'd you do?
I did all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how long have you been surfing?
I've been surfing for about 8 years.
That's quite a bit of time. And how old are you?
I am 15.
And what school do you go to?
I go to South High School.
Nice. And what do you like about surfing?
I like being out there with my friends and just being in the water.
Very nice. It's a good time. You love it, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Just like I bet you love smoothies and delicious drinks too, don't you?
Yep.
That's right, because we got a place you can go to, Fruits Cafe.
Smoothies, the perfect meeting of fruit, yogurt, and ice. And for Fruits owner Ronald Dupree, it's the perfect way to offer his customers a healthy treat.
It's just a totally healthy concept. The fact that we use no sugars and things in our smoothies. We make fresh squeezed juices, several different kinds. We make everything custom to your order. If you don't see what you like on the menu, we'll custom make it for you. This is one of our custom apple, blueberry, banana, and strawberry juice.
Fruits has a menu full of items that are both good for you and good to you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The tidal wave smoothie is definitely my new favorite.
All right. Eat delicious and smile.
One of the things that attracted Dupree to the Fruits franchise is the variety in the menu choices. The menu has both smoothies and food items, along with some unique menu highlights.
We also feature 6 different Red Bull smoothies, which is something that I don't think any other smoothie place has.
Customers appreciate the variety too.
We come here for work quite often, and I always come for breakfast and lunch, or dinner if I can. It tastes really good, their food. It's all very fresh, and the service is really nice.
I like the Kingston jerk chicken wrap. That's what I like best.
The food is absolutely delicious, and the drinks are as healthy as they come. So I'm glad to be one of their customers.
Dupree's franchise is only the second Fruits location to open in California. He's happy to be a part of a company that promotes health in a tasty way. For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Jay-Z Jeans.
If you want to eat delicious and smile, head to Fruits for a fresh smoothie, salad, or wrap. The new Torrance location is committed to helping you enjoy fresh, all-natural foods made from the wholesome ingredients that are loaded with flavor and the stuff you need. Try it for yourself at 21219 Hawthorne Boulevard, or visit them online at fruits.com.
Here we are with Ron Santis, one of the excellent surfers in the competition today. We got to be brief because he's waxing his board, getting ready to go out. Ron, how did you do today, or how are you going to do?
I've been doing good. I got first in my first heat and then second in my second heat. Then hope I do good in my next heat.
Cool, so you've been killing it. And how long have you been surfing, and what grade are you in?
Right now I'm in 9th grade. I've been surfing since I was like in 5th grade.
Very nice. Some more fans right there. So you have your own fan base. Did you know that?
I guess.
All right, well, we won't stop you because I know you got to get out there, but thanks for talking to us.
No problem.
So Natalie D'Angelo, she just got out of the water, surfing like crazy. How'd you do?
I did okay. The waves were okay out there. They could be better, but it's a little small.
Okay, a little bit small, but fun, right?
Yeah.
And how long have you been surfing for, and what school are you from?
About 7 years, and I go to Bishop Montgomery High School.
Nice, so you've been surfing for quite a while too. We just talked to Brahm, he's been doing it for a while. What type of preparation and training goes into surfing, and then also for the competition like today?
I swim on the off time, and I do other sports like soccer, and running helps.
So there's quite a bit of work and training that goes into this. You might want to, if you want to relax a little bit after a hard day of training or the competition like today, I got a great place for you to go. It's Poppy Beauty Bar. We're going to take you there.
Co-owners of Poppy Beauty Bar, located in downtown Torrance, say the name they chose speaks volumes about who they are and why California's state flower represents them well.
Poppy came to us because we really took the fact that we are California-grown girls, and we really resonated with the fact that the poppy stands for a really strong core, which both of us have, and we both are really into beauty and taking care of ourselves, and we felt that that flower was a great representation of us, and that's why we spent so much time and energy making Poppy really perfect.
The owners of the beauty bar, Rachel Clement and Brandy Sherrill, are not only Torrance residents, but former co-workers and friends. They decided to open Poppy in November of 2012 and include a green element in their business.
There's a lot of different controversy over the years over pedicure bowls and tubs and jets and all of that. We're trying to be as clean and sanitary as we can possibly be so that our guests are safe and taken care of. So we have the buckets with the liners that are removable, so everything that you touch is brand new and you're not touching anything anyone else has touched before you.
With comfy chairs and buckets of hot water in place of the normal pedicure chairs found in other salons, Brandy and Rachel stay on the same theme of being clean and green to the environment and to their customers.
These products are some of the most natural products I've ever worked with. They're biogenic products, so that means that the skin and the body accepts them because it's what's in our own body. So the treatments can really change your skin in just one treatment.
And the customers come back time after time for their favorite treatments.
You can actually relax and you can actually fall asleep. That's great. So I'm excited to be here.
Throw a poppy party, get a mani and pedi, or try out the waxing and facials here. I even tried my hands at the classic manicure.
What I'm getting done here is a fairly new trend in nail polish called gel nail polish. It's only $34 here at Poppy Beauty Bar, and they use OPI nail polish, which you can match your fingernails to your toenails. They also use LED lighting instead of UV rays, which is much faster and safer for the skin.
Along with their loyal spa technicians, Brandy and Rachel live up to their Poppy name and maintain strong bonds with each other, in addition to providing their customers healing and relaxing treatments. For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Poppy is the perfect place to relax and unwind in downtown Torrance while the professional staff attends to your beauty needs. Offering a tranquil setting and exceptional service, Poppy promises to be your favorite beauty bar. You can find them at 1616 Cravens Avenue, and for more information, call 310-328-7677 or visit them at poppybeautybar.com.
All right, we're back here with John Joseph, the director of the South Bay Surf League, and we got some high-profile athletes behind us judging today. Tell us, John, what goes into judging? How is the process and what are they looking for?
Okay, what we're looking for, first of all, there's a 10-wave maximum in a heat, and then the top 2 waves out of those 10, if they're fortunate enough to catch 10 waves in a 15-minute heat, are scored. They're added together, and then the highest score wins the heat, obviously. They're looking for a lot of things. Wave selection for the type of wave, the quality of it, different maneuvers, and we have 3 disciplines here. We have longboard, shoreboard, and bodyboard. And all 3 disciplines have different moves that seem to score higher in the judges' opinions. But what they're looking for basically are real sharp moves, sharp turns, some aerial type moves getting out of the water. And in the bodyboard division, they're looking for rolls and sort of in the water type flip type maneuvers.
Now, is it specific moves that will get you kind of higher points and whatnot, or do they look for the overall wave ride that they're on?
It depends on the conditions. If it's a big hollow day, one big move like a big tube ride or a real big air turn will score. The maximum you can get on a 10. Average scores are anywhere between 3 and 6 points. If you get on the longboard, it's nose riding. They're looking for longboard nose riding. Hanging 5, hanging 10, the words you hear associated with longboard surfing since its outset.
To have the weather, you have to have the waves, the surfers, the judging. It's just like another collaboration that's come together, a huge dance collaboration put on the Torrance Unified School District. We're going to take you there right now.
What started as a small dance recital at West High 14 years ago has now grown into a full-scale 2-night production. With over 500 community members in attendance at the Armstrong Theater, the annual dance collaboration effort showcased the talents of North, West, and South High dance teams.
We've been working really hard for a few months now, working on this show. It's a great show, a lot of variety, and we hope that you enjoy it. Well, we don't hope, we know you are going to enjoy it. So thank you all for coming.
During her early years at West High, Terry Voris and a colleague came up with the idea to hold a combined performance between the high schools.
It was my second year teaching at West High, and I was just sitting down with the activities director, Marilyn Camo, at the time, and we were just kind of brainstorming ideas of shows and things, and her and I thought it would be kind of a cool idea to have all the schools do a show.
As art programs slowly begin to disappear in our public schools, dance teacher Teresa Johnson says it's crucial to continue hosting events just like this one.
It's a good opportunity to allow the parents to see what the kids have been working on and allow administrators in the district to see this program is healthy and it's something that we'd like to keep and not get rid of.
Fully equipped with professional lighting and sound capabilities, the showcase spotlighted 146 high school dancers. Performances range from traditional Broadway and jazz routines to hip-hop and contemporary dance numbers.
She's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream.
After countless hours of rehearsing and preparing, West High dance captain Claire Herrera thinks this year's event will be the best yet.
I've done this for 3 years, once my freshman year, sophomore year, and this year, and honestly each year there's a lot of improvement from across the schools, north, south, and west. There's a ton of variety this year.
At the Dance Collaborative, the competitive intermediate and advanced members of the dance team not only get to perform and socialize with one another, but also get to be a part of something bigger.
I think the most important thing is for the girls to share this experience together. They all have this love for this art form, for dance. And so it's not even about the actual performance. It's just the fact that they get to share this together and inspire people within the community and also themselves.
Each year, the showcase continues to entertain the audience members as well as make the performers better dancers and more confident individuals.
This is an opportunity that is truly invaluable for the students so that no matter what they do in life, they can go out there with a presence and know that they're doing a good job.
If you've missed tonight's performances, don't worry, because North, South, and West High will all be holding additional performances in May and June. For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Brittany Bin.
If you missed the show, don't worry, as more dance collaborations are planned in the upcoming months. To find out when, please visit torrancearts.org or by calling 310-781-7150.
It's been a great day out here with excellent surfing, and it's getting hotter by the minute. So you know what? I'm going to grab my board and get in the water to cool off. But thanks for joining us on Spotlight Torrance. I'm Shannon Murphy, and make sure you tune in next time.